Fishing on Northwest, Duane and Tommy Donlin.
What do you think, Tommy?
It's the best. There you go. I was not going to drink my buddy's homemade wine. Living Northwest wild. Hunting, fishing is my kind of style. I float the Wainuchi when it gets hot. I'm proud of all the things that I've got.
Hello and welcome to Fish on Northwest, Duane and Tommy Donlin, and in-studio guest joining us today, longtime friend, partner at Brad's Killer Fishing Gear, good buddy of ours, Scot Kaul. How you doing, my friend?
Wonderful. First time in this new studio. I like it.
You like it?
Yeah.
Kind of has
Nice.
some similarities of the old joint, but
Some new flair too.
Yeah. Nice to finally get you up here. I know it's a bit of a road commute, and
All good. No traffic today. Hit a little bit of rain.
a little bit of
Needed
rain.
a car wash anyway. So that
Well, there you go. That helps. But hey, I want to welcome everybody to the show. So glad you're joining us today, and we got a lot of great topics on tap for you to get through as we do each and every week. And speaking of that weather, Scott, the rain, and just Tommy, this past week, I mean, it's on, it's off. It's starting to feel like fall. Evening temperatures.
Oh, I know.
Right?
Yep.
Getting down there.
Yep, getting down there. Yep, some rain. We fished actually yesterday thinking, is it going to be off because of the weather or, rain can go either way.
Sure.
Yeah, but we were fortunate. It was not off. So
Looked like you guys got into a pile of fish yesterday.
got into some fish. Yeah, it's been good. There've been some fish out there. Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, the extension on the Columbia, we may mention that a little later in the show as well, but that extension on the Columbia versus closing on the 15th is fantastic. We have so much more opportunity below the Bonneville, above Bonneville. Jordan and I are off to fish camp this next week, and the upper stretches are going to be open. So
That's awesome. It would have been a tough camp. Closed salmon
when you
season.
get there, and it's good to see everybody. It's all about media, outfitters, and guides coming together to just kind of spend some time doing what we're all passionate about, right? Hey guys, you're gonna love this smallmouth and sturgeon.
Sturgeon.
Right, walleye. Which is fine. I mean, Tommy, we enjoy the walleye.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean,
That's right.
they taste delicious.
Yeah.
You just reel them in, but
There's a hierarchy there, right? There's like what you want to do,
Right.
and then there's second, third down the line.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah.
They're not. Yeah, I wouldn't put those three that we just talked about way up high on that list.
Right.
They're not shiny enough.
That's right.
Or big enough. So,
That's right.
but things to look forward to. I'm looking forward to get back over there out of the Dalles and fishing some of those stretches along the Columbia. I don't know who the guides are that are involved with it this year. Work Sharp is putting this on. Gave us an invite to come over as media. I'm excited to jump back in there and mix it up with the gang and just kind of enjoy. Right.
We know
So
Tom Browning's one, right? Your friend Tom Browning will be there.
yeah, he might.
I think he is.
I think
I
he
talked
is.
to Tom the other day.
Okay, well there you go. There's one. Yeah, love fishing with Tom. We
Yeah.
go way back. So
Okay.
You're headed east, and I'm headed west.
that's
The
right.
tuna run is still strong, my
You
friend.
have 3 days out on the
3
ocean
days.
chasing tuna.
That's right.
Starting tomorrow.
Yep, that's right. It's gonna
Yep.
be good.
So you're taking your boat out tomorrow?
We're doing the CV tomorrow.
Okay,
Yep, my boat Saturday, and then the
Okay.
CV again on Sunday.
gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, you can drop me some tuna off, seeing as how I didn't get a trip in this year.
I might have to. You're pretty good at cooking it now. I got to give you that.
Shane is
gotta
going to be
give you
gone here in a
that.
couple weeks.
That's right.
I got to roll you some tuna out
Yeah,
there.
yeah. I'm
right?
definitely going to give you some.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, fantastic.
No more shepherd's pie.
You're right. No more shepherd's pie. Cannot do that to you again. That was absolutely horrible. I don't know what I was thinking. So I've never met a shepherd I liked anyway. So hey, running down the show. We got a good one on tap here today. Checking back in with our buddy Rusty Hunt, HRO Hidden Ranch Outfitters. A recap with Rusty, Tommy, on his reach and archery season, which is pretty awesome. And then his opportunity scouting for rifle season, what he has seen over there on the landscape, getting ready for that. Then again with Hidden Ranch Outfitters, HRO, and I'm going to remind you folks, if you missed it the first time, HRO Adventures, what is going on and how do you get signed up? You got to pay attention to this. It's a great opportunity. Scott Kaul is in the house. Bait Lab with you, my friend. Complete breakdown on the 360 Evolution Flasher, why it works so well. We're going to really delve into that and make it something worth people's time. Part 2 of the Bait Lab, you get a 2-parter when Scott joins us here in the studio. super baits, original skinny, the cut plugs, the mini, the Kokanee, how to rig them, various ways for success. And you have been having a ton of success as of late. Then getting elk ready. Time spent at the rifle range the other day, dialing in a muzzleloader with a red dot sight, in case you missed the memo. Yes, and we'll get into that. Red dot sight, Tommy. And then also putting a ladder tree stand, pack it up into the woods and set it up. Why would we do that? Well, for good reason. And we'll talk about that. And then we'll come back and close out the show. But plenty of items to get through. And I think you're going to like the little video we have of us out there on Monday, sighting in that muzzleloader.
I'm sure I will.
And shooting some rifles and then getting up into the woods with that tree stand. Again, 30-acre timber company that we have access to.
Mm-hmm.
Backs up to a large timber company, like 300 something acres. And that is open for public access and gets a lot of pressure.
Right.
Kind of like my little postage stamp I hunted the last 3 years in public land for my blacktail.
Yep.
And it worked out for me 3 years in a row, right?
Right.
It's the pressure everybody else is putting
pushed off the public land into that little square.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see how it goes. Anyway, jumping out for a quick break. When we come back, we're going to talk with our buddy, Rusty Hunt, Hidden Ranch Outfitters, and what he has going on over there that you're going to want to pay attention to after the break right here, Fish on Northwest. Defiance Marine is the one-stop shop for the Pacific Northwest angler. Defiance Marine guarantees the best price on a new and best service on a repower for your current boat. Defiance Marine is a Honda Premier dealership and one of the largest on the West Coast. Defiance Marine is a boat dealer who proudly sells Defiance, Allied, and Arima boats. All boats are built by West Coast fishermen for West Coast fishermen. Defiance Marine has all your boating needs to help you get out on the water.
If you're looking for the best fishing rods in the world, you really do need to take a look at the Edge rods. I designed and built new machinery, and I think this new machinery has enabled us to build blanks like no other company can build without this equipment. There is no other rods in the world that are as good as these rods. You owe it to yourself to take a good look at them.
For more than 90 years, you've entrusted one brand to guide you towards living the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. Now you can entrust affiliated Better Homes and Gardens real estate professionals to interpret your needs and help you find the home in which to live your dreams through every stage of your home buying or selling process. And through every stage of your life, there's Better Homes and Gardens real estate. Expect better.
All right, welcome back here to the program. Welcoming to the program our good buddy on the east side of the state, Rusty Hunt, Hidden Ranch Outfitters, www.hiddenranchoutfitters.com. Make sure you check everything he has going on out there or on his site when we get done with this interview with him. Rusty, welcome to the show. Great to have you back.
Hey, Duane. Hey, Don. How's it going?
Good. So just finished up your archery season over there. Sounded like it was moderately successful, not on your account by any means, but people need to learn to, sling arrows straight. Sounds like you got into a few animals with some clients, but not exactly sealed the deal for everybody. How'd it go overall?
Overall, it was, I would say it was successful. Everybody had great opportunity, actually, and everybody actually let an arrow go. So that was pretty nice. The animals are a little harder to find this year. They're out there if you look. It took me a lot longer to scout this year to find them all and get some of them lined up for us. And then the boys did a great job. All the guys worked pretty hard getting guys in on stuff this year.
So
it was hot.
Yeah,
it was really hot.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hey, talk a little bit about, on your properties, those mule deer, going from the archery season into the muzzleloader season, into the rifle season, and then the late season. Do those animals, they typically stay in the same zone? Are they kind of moving down a little bit lower elevation as the year goes on? How does that work for you? And are you able to get a really good idea? You know, you said you had to work for the scouting. I'm just curious. Did you get a good feel that, hey, the population's healthy? We had low winter kill last year. Everything's looking proper. Did you get a feel for that?
I did. It was a super light year as far as the herd numbers go. You know, the fires that we've had in the last 6-8 years have really taken the cover down. So that's really affected the habitat. So in line with that, we're going to see fewer animals than we would normally see on some of those times. You know, this year we had a really light, as you mentioned, we had a really light winter this year. So the deer never left. The deer didn't have to migrate anywhere. Up here on the plateau where my ranch is and where all my ground is, they didn't have to migrate much. So you're kind of, as far as the GMUs go, they crisscross them and back and forth up here. But the big thing is it goes where the feed goes. And it's going to be where the water is, especially when it gets hot like it was that first weekend of archery this year. So, and then it will change. The biggest change is the fall solstice. As soon as the days get shorter than the nights, you're going to see a big change in the deer's activity and what they're doing and where they're going. And then as soon as the green wheat comes up here, I mean, you can bait all you want, but green wheat is what's fed them for 100 years up here, and that's where they're going to go.
Yeah.
And so, you know, they're going to move. They're going to move with the fields, and you know, we don't have much irrigation up here, so the fields are on again, off again every other year. So that moves them around a little bit.
Gotcha.
Yeah, sure.
Well, it sounds like there are some deer around to definitely pursue. Talk real briefly about what someone can expect. They sign up, want to come out and join you on a hunt. We're going to roll into rifle season here before too long. What's that look like?
For us, the big thing is all my guys live and hunt around here, so they know what they're doing, and they all scout just like I do. That's just part of enjoying what we do. You know, that's my favorite hunting season is scouting season, because that's when I get to go out on my own and do all those things. And the guys do that. The rifle season, when we start moving into rifle season, you manage it a little bit differently just because of the amount of people that are out and about. On our ranch and around up here, or, you know, where I'm at, it's pretty flat, and there's a road every mile or so. And so there's a county road that's going to crisscross and all those things. So you're going to run into people and deal with that. That's the good thing about where Hidden Ranch Outfitters, we've been here so long, and we've had our ground blocked up, and we patrol it. So the deer are safe inside there, except for us, of course. And we just don't push them around much. We hunt them pretty light. Our philosophy always has been, we want to make sure that you may shoot a deer when you're here, but you're going to see one that you left. So that there's always one for next year.
Yeah. How about accommodations? I buy a package, and you got full accommodations there. You set people up in a deer camp, so to speak, or a cabin.
I do. When we started this thing right off the bat, we decided we weren't going to do any DIY stuff. So we do only guided hunts. Okay. And so everybody comes in. My wife does all the cooking. And so it's just a wonderful time. Sit around the table, family style, eat dinner, you know, and just tell hunting stories. If weather's permitting, you know, we may even stand outside around the fire. If that's available to us. That's only during rifle season. You'll never see that in early archery. I'll tell you that.
All right, that's for sure. For sure.
All right, hold that thought for a minute, Rusty. We're going to jump out for a quick break, because when we come back, we got to get into HRO Adventures and additional things that are going on with you and how busy you are. I want to break that all down, so don't go anywhere. Jumping out for a quick break. More with Rusty Hunt and HRO after the break right here at Fish on Northwest.
Allied, the new leader in heavy gauge aluminum boats. Allied boats have standard reverse chine and lifting rakes to help you plane faster and run at lower RPMs. Allied boats have several models to choose from, ranging from a 19-foot Mustang all the way up to a 32-foot Liberator. So regardless of what type of heavy gauge aluminum boats you are looking for, Allied Boats will have it for you. Contact Allied Boats today to learn more about these incredible fishing machines.
Sportco, an outdoor emporium, is the largest local outfitter in the Northwest since 1975, providing thousands of people affordable outdoor gear. This summer, make your next outdoor adventure more affordable by shopping at our warehouse-style pricing. We are a local Scotty dealer, offering sales, service, and repair. Located in Fife and Seattle, come visit us today. The outdoors await you.
All right, welcome back here to the program. Still with us, Rusty Hunt, HRO Hidden Ranch Outfitters. And Rusty, you're so busy this time of year with everything you got going on, as you just kind of expressed with the scouting and getting set up, getting ready for rifle season to open here October 12th. But you also have a startup going on, HRO Adventures, which is located not too far from you. We talked about it when you first joined us here several months ago in studio. What's the progress on that, and how's it moving along?
Well, we started selling permits. We announced it on your program clear back in June.
Right.
That kind of went out like wildfire, took right off. We've got everything settled now. We're kind of settling in. We're excited for this first year of seeing how it's going to work and what we can do and how we can provide this access. The permits started selling really well. They're going great guns. And it seems to go like 1 week on, 1 week off. I haven't figured out how that works, but it's been when it's hot kind of thing. It's kind of like fishing, probably.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So, hey, Rusty, talk a little bit about the accommodations there at Sunbanks. You guys have a lot of opportunity there, which is really cool. So you can do you can do waterfowl, you can do upland birds, chase some pheasants, you can do and then you can fish, right? So talk a little bit about that variety.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. I'm really excited to see how it all meshes together. Never been able to put all of those kind of one things all together, So we got the 5-bedroom cabins and 2-bedroom and 1-bedroom, and then down to the dry cabins and even the RV spots. And it's been all across the board. The guys that are taking these access permits, some are bringing RVs, some are not, some are staying in cabins. We got groups coming. I'm really excited to see the diversity that we do have going. The other thing is I thought it was really going to be a big thing for the waterfowl guys, because I just have not offered a lot of waterfowl, just a little bit here on the farm. And we're going to be able to offer a whole lot more now. In fact, I've even got some premium private land that we're going to be able to get on that I just signed in. So it's exciting to see that kind of stuff. But not everybody's won that. Some of them are they're liking it. They're going to play with it a little bit. The wild chucker hunts are probably one of the more popular ones. I did not see that coming. I thought that was going to be kind of an outlier, but that's become very popular. And then the boats, getting them across the lake to the wildlife area to go bird hunting. There's some really good chucker and quail hunting across the lake. And so we've got some boats that they can get them over there. We've even got one set up for Rufus. We're trying to make sure that we can play with that current that's down there below the dam a little bit better, and get guys across to that Big Bend wildlife area. That is a huge area, and just you have to have a boat to get in on the bottom side of it.
And not many
people are excited.
Yeah, not too many people participate in some of those areas that you're talking about because of the boat access. And that really, I mean, from that Sunbanks location, you guys are opening up a ton of public land, giving folks access who buy into this. So talk about that before we get out of here. Purchasing into the access permit process with HRO Adventures. What's that all about? I think we got a QR code we're going to pop up that people can actually even copy here off of the TV.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've got it set up pretty easy. Those guys got it to where you can click right on and get into those codes. But there's individual setups that you can just come in and do yourself. You know, we've got the progression to bringing people to come along. We want to promote that. We want kids to come. We want you to bring the family along.
Sure.
And then we have a family permit pass that gives you even more access for those larger groups. Actually, those were the ones that jumped out first. I was not expecting that, but I see that the family is going to be the big one that's going to jump in here.
Yeah.
And then we've also got some corporate groups that are coming in that are just wanting to play a place to get away, and Sun Banks gives us that opportunity.
Nice.
Yeah, for sure. So Rusty, talk a little bit more about those waterfowl hunts. Is that so? It's a DIY hunt. Is it still public access? So how do you get into that zone? Is it only by boat, or can you get there by land? And how much competition are you going to have?
Well, that's a great question, Donnie. I really like it because the answer is yes to all of it. We've got some of these boats, and some of the guys that are bringing their boats are going to have them set up so they're going to fish right, or they're going to be shooting birds right from the boat. When you get up there on the river and you get across onto the wildlife area there on Banks Lake, you're away from the public, but you're still in that public access area. So you're not going to see as many people as you would normally see on the public land.
Yeah, that's cool.
But we also offer, and I forgot to mention it earlier, these ponds. Some of this private land that we have up here had some of these runoff ponds that still have water in them, year after year. And the ducks just love those. Those are nice little hideaway for the ducks to get to. We've opened those up, and the DIY guys are loving that.
Perfect.
They're going to be bringing their own stuff. I mean, I got a guy, I told him, I said, we got decoys for you, and we got some panel blinds for you, and that we're just going to let you use. And he goes, no. He said, that's all great, but I got what I want to use.
Bring it on. Yeah.
Perfect.
Does that sound like a tackle box to you?
Yeah, that's right.
So,
yeah, for sure.
Everybody has their favorite lure. So those have really been kind of popular. Guys are talking a lot about those.
Well, the fact is you got a lot going on over there, both at the ranch and through HRO Adventures now as you're set up there in the Sunbanks region. You're going to have the waterfowl, the upland birds, all the different species of upland birds. You got the deer hunting going on, and folks get in early on that because you always book out. www.hiddenranchoutfitters.com. Rusty Hunt, appreciate you joining us today, and looking forward to seeing you soon, my friend.
All right, sounds great. You guys have good luck this weekend.
Right on.
All right,
Thank you.
thanks,
Talk to you soon. All right, jumping out for a quick break. We come back. Scott, Kaul. Time to get to work, my friend.
Is it time?
We got some bait
All right.
labs to do. Don't go anywhere. Scott, Kaul, and I in the bait lab. Just breaking it all down. Get your pen and pad ready. Right after the break, right here, Fishing Northwest.
Support from Northwest Sportsmen make Federal Ammunition the world's leading ammunition manufacturer. Federal uses the industry's finest materials, giving you reliable ammunition that delivers superb accuracy and optimum performance. Northwest hunters rely on Sportco to provide the best selection and prices in the Northwest since 1985. Sportco and Outdoor Emporium in Fife and Seattle. Your journey begins here.
Yep, for sure. Oh yeah, big fish. Yeah, buddy. Nice fish. Oh, beauty. Gorgeous fish.
Bobby's on the board.
We got a good one.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, geez, come on.
Nice fish. Nice fish.
You haven't been here, but you know it. You've heard the sounds, smelt the air, and you've seen where your heart lands, if not yet. You haven't been here, but you've longed for a destination near or far, where time spent with loved ones and friends will go into the night and last in memories for a lifetime. You haven't been here, but you're on your way to a place not far. ExploreTheDalles.com.
New days, new beginnings, new friends, new loves. New dreams, new goals, new scenery, new job. No matter what the next chapter holds, Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate will be there to help you find the new that's right for your lifestyle at any stage of your life. Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. Expect better.
All right, welcome back here to the program. Duane England and Scott Kaul, partner at Brad's Killer Fishing Gear. And we're in the bait lab, man.
Yes.
Welcome to the bait
Look
lab.
at this place.
Huh? You
We
dig
even have
it?
Jordan here.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Jordan's joining us in every
he's,
bait
he's hanging
lab.
out with that small king he's holding there. So you got a lot of stuff on the table here, buddy. I want to really start off with the 360 Evolution flasher.
Yeah.
Now, look, there's a lot of different flashers on the market, have been there forever. And then folks started engineering and designing breakaway systems to add to them. I even created a really economical way of converting any flasher to a breakaway. And those are the types of, how-to videos that blow up, right? But when you introduced me to this thing, there's so much going on here. Bungee release already built into it, 3 different pull points. Talk about the bungee and the stretch, and then we'll move on to the pull points.
Yeah, so it's so quick and easy. There were definitely a lot of different breakaways. I myself was doing a separate breakaway, I think similar to what you're doing from what we talked about.
Okay, yeah.
But yeah, getting the stuff back together, you and I had, I think, a little rubber tube with a
swivel in there.
Yeah,
pop it in
swivel
there,
you're trying to fit back in there. And
Yeah.
it's tiny and working with this. So you come up with this, and we've got a breakaway now that, I mean, as soon as the fish bites, not only does it break away, so you're just fighting the fish.
Correct.
And not the flasher.
Correct.
But you and I saw down at Buoy 10, a couple weeks back, the elasticity of this.
Mm-hmm.
And how many fish that saved us.
And you're not going to find that on any other type of system.
No.
Not at all, right? So everything else is stagnant, tight. Now, the benefit that we've observed time and time again, fishing barbless hooks in pretty much all our fisheries, when those fish turn and come at you and there's a moment of slack, well, when they've already stretched that thing to max and they're coming back at you, that thing is actually collecting slack to a point to where you can, more times than not, keep solid connectivity with the fish.
Yeah, we had that double with I think we had 2 kings. Was it a king and a coho?
I think it was king and a coho.
King and coho. We had the double, and the king came to the boat pretty quick.
It did.
Turns around sometimes as they do.
Sure.
Swim at you.
Yep.
So you're reeling. Yeah, and then the coho hooked up, and then so the king's sitting there, and it had released this, and it's flopping around, and it's got this, and that's exactly the point where you'd normally lose the fish.
Correct.
Right on the surface, right there. Can't get the net because the net's over here with the coho, and then we get the net over, and that king stayed on the entire time.
Always reasons to lose fish, right? This is eliminating one of them, and it does a really nice job. And the stretch on this is what, remind me, 18 inches?
Yeah, it starts
inches?
out. Yeah, it starts out at about 26. It comes down to about 22 once you tie the knots and everything.
So we got a bead chain we're running on each end of it, and which is great because 360s rotate and they never stop rotating, and promotes a lot of line twist if you're not set up correctly, right? Yeah. And then let's talk about this pull point. So you got 3 different holes on the front edge of this flasher that by changing the pull point on this changes the characteristics and how this thing functions in slow versus fast water.
Correct.
Yep.
The thump of the flasher. Yeah. So. 3 pull points. Basically, the top pull point, it's going to be you're going to get the slowest whip. So as you go down to the middle,
rotating slower, right? Because it doesn't have as much dig on it. Yeah,
exactly.
So,
as you go down the flasher, you're going to get more dig and more thump. So generally, fishing Columbia or down at Buoy 10 or whatever, you're going to use one of those 2 holes,
top or middle.
Or middle.
Top or middle. Okay.
And the other thing is, you bring people on your boat that have a different rod or they want to fish their own flasher. There's always a problem of how do you get them all to thump at the same rate?
Yeah, because when you're looking at the spread of 4, 5, 6 rods, they all should be in similar same cadence.
Right. And some people have a 10'6", some people have a 9'3".
That can also be interrupted on either side of the boat, depending on current speed.
For sure.
Can it
Oh,
not,
no
right?
doubt.
Yeah. So,
absolutely.
Whereas if I'm fishing another brand of flasher and I have them on both sides of the boat, faster current on my starboard versus my other side, I'm looking at those and I might be just really thumping along over here, and versus over here, it's just kind of moving slow. Now, if I change my pull point on my flasher, and I think you've done this.
Yeah. So we just, Yeah, perfect example is mouth of Lewis.
Okay.
We're going into the current, we're heading into the current, and flasher, the fish are right there on that seam. Flasher on the right side of the boat is just thumping. But on the left side of the boat, because you're right on that seam,
yeah,
you don't have any thump at all.
It's just not doing
So you're not fishing the left side.
Okay.
Drop it down to this bottom hole.
Exposes more frontal edge on that.
Digs in.
Dig a little harder.
Now we're fishing both sides.
Gotcha.
And now we're starting to fish all 6 rods.
And you're visualize, you're seeing that 1/1000 second, 1 second cadence that you kind of run through your head as you're looking at that rod thumping. It's a 1/1000. And the reason we say that is because it's been proven time and time again.
Yep. Oh yeah.
For a lot of folks, that success rate is that 1/1000 type of cadence. And again, with other flashers, you're not going to be able to replicate that on each side of the boat with a difference in current speed, as well as you can manage your presentation with this here.
And then the ability, as soon as you do get bit, ability to just hook it back up, boom.
Yeah.
You're fishing again.
No more burying that level
right.
and the little thing there. So, so many reasons to utilize these. I've been fishing them pretty much exclusively in most of my fisheries since you introduced them to me. I'm talking Puget Sound, Columbia River, Ocean, whatever, all up and down the Columbia. So lots of colors to choose from. Tell you what, we are going to jump out for a quick break. When we come back, you have so much more on here. Oh, the stacking.
The storage ability.
Yes, the stackability and the storage. Yeah, you take that bungee off and there you go. Because of the single fin. Yeah. Good, excellent point. All right, jumping out for a quick break. We come back, getting into the rigging of the minis, the Kokanees, the original skinnies, the whole ball of wax. Okay, after the break, right here, Fish on Northwest.
Allied, the new leader in heavy gauge aluminum boats. Allied boats have standard reverse chine and lifting rakes to help you plane faster and run at lower RPMs. Allied boats have several models to choose from, ranging from a 19-foot Mustang all the way up to a 32-foot Liberator. So regardless of what type of heavy gauge aluminum boats you are looking for, Allied Boats will have it for you. Contact Allied Boats today to learn more about these incredible fishing machines.
Hey guys, I'm Big Mike. Come on down to the Edge Pro Shop and see me. We've got all the best brands under one roof. We've got Hawken, ProCure, Short Bus, Pro Troll, Yakima Bait, Get 'em Dry Jigs, Northwest Bait Scent, Daiwa Reels, North Fork Lures, North Wild, Brad's, Superfly, Rocky Mountain Tackle, and of course, the greatest rods ever built, Edge Rods.
All right, welcome back to the program here. Once again, Scott Kaul, Brad's Killer Fishing Gear, and we got through a majority of the info that's pertinent and important on your flasher. Let's talk about what we're dragging behind that bad boy. And we have such a variety. I think since you got involved with this company, the color spectrum has gone off the chart. And so let's drill down on the original skinny. I mean, that is one that was the first type of Brad's plug that I was dragging behind the boat.
Yep. Oh, it started with a lot of people. Yeah, started really heavy on the east side, moved to this side. And boy, this year, I tell you what, we started off and it was a mini cut plug bite this spring.
Yeah.
But holy cow, this fall, minis are working, but skinnies are just absolutely crushing.
Yeah.
And you talk about the fall colors. you know, the rods and cones in the eyes of
Yeah.
the fish start
Yeah,
changing.
as they move upriver, for sure.
Correct.
There
They're
is a
no
big-
longer
yep.
picking up the blues,
Yep.
and, you know, greens, and so they're more chartreuses, oranges, yellows.
So this should be a high producer above Bonneville.
This one, even down here, I mean,
Gotcha.
the fish have been in the river sometimes, you know, long enough that these have absolutely been crushing.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know,
Talk about rigging that. So this one here is affixed with a
So many different
treble.
ways to
Yeah, it's just we've tried so many different ways out on the water with you.
So to begin with, when this was developed, so this treble here was meant to go in that hook garage right there.
Okay. Yep.
So when you do that, you know, it fits nice and snug. But when you do that, you only have one hook point.
The one on the bottom for sure. Yeah,
Correct.
I used to rig them like that because that's the way it was designed.
That's the way it was designed.
Gotcha.
But you put a bead there, an 8 mil bead. You run that same treble just behind it. Now
Yep.
you have all 3 hook points.
Yeah, you do.
You know,
Mhm.
and you can't do this in the ocean. You know, so
Yeah.
look into the areas.
Know
where
your
you
regs.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah, know your regs. But you know, Columbia River, this is
perfectly legal
and just super deadly in terms of retention. This
as far
by
as hook up to
far-
land ratio.
Correct.
goes
You're
up
going to get that
exponentially.
hook, and during the fight, these are going to end up in the head somewhere.
Somewhere.
And
Mhm.
yeah, it's just
And hanging that
super
amount of hooks off the back of this thing does
Correct.
not impact the action and the spin on the lure. Correct.
does not.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still get the right spin. If you're running, you know, 80-pound test through there, it's going to be a different spin.
Sure.
than if you're running 40 or 60.
Yep.
You know, so there's a lot of things that impact it. Sometimes we even are running heavier hooks to slow it down at buoy 10.
So it's not spinning so fast.
So we'll even, you know, go up to a 7/0 hook
Yeah.
to slow things down.
How about leader length behind our 360?
Yeah. What's the right number?
It's all over the map.
All over the map.
If you're fishing above Bonneville versus say down there,
Say
buoy
the
10,
ocean,
right?
say,
In the ocean, keeps
so-
down. We ran them at different lengths, right? So,
Real quick and simple. Here's the deal.
Mhm.
You and I do this every time.
Yeah.
We've got a 5-gallon bucket out. We'll rig 12 or 15 of these. They'll have different leader lengths. We have different colors. We have skinnies. We have minis. We have standards. We have Kokanee cut plugs. All around that, you know, whoever's in the boat with us, we tell them how a dual lock works. You know, here's your dual lock.
Yeah.
Anytime you reel in,
right.
undo this.
Yep.
Take it, put it in the bottom of the bucket.
Grab one.
Grab a new one.
So, and we're
Put it-
packing them with our tuna combination.
They're
you know?
preloaded.
Yeah,
exactly.
ready to
Just
go.
Like we used to do with the old quick fish,
More
right?
time
You
in the
just
water.
Wrap them up.
More
and
time in
have
the
them
water.
ready to go.
Mhm.
Yeah, more
Now
time in the water.
The mini cup plug, which
Mhm.
is, you know, we got the Kokanee, which is the small one, and you got the original standard. You got one on, or you got the Netzel here, right? So,
Yeah, so that's a standard.
right, standard.
Yep.
So that mini cup plug in so many fisheries, size and color, just lights out.
Probably the most versatile.
Probably the most versatile. I
Yeah.
probably use that more in Puget Sound than any other size. I probably use that more on my fisheries in Columbia River, and will use it in Grays Harbor going after coho.
Yeah,
Coho love it as much as kings do.
they do. Not this doesn't catch fish all day. This really catches fish early in the morning, late afternoon. Not a lot of sun out yet. That
It's
larger profile
and the
just
glow.
that standard cut plug.
And you know,
Along with the glow,
Oh.
which a lot of them have a glow back, but that one in particular, the Netzel Special.
Yep.
Yeah, it's got
Glow.
a special kind of glow.
head and tail, right, and on the backside. So you're getting a lot of glow in there on that spin.
Yeah.
For sure.
So
So,
maybe 10 o'clock or so, move into a mini.
yeah,
And
More
then
sun
when
up,
it's-
right?
Yeah, is the sun's coming exactly, and then
Mhm.
the lighter it gets, those fish start to get a little squirrely sometimes. A lot of pressure on them. You're going to go to something like that Kokanee cut plug
Yeah.
right there. Absolutely deadly.
and people are surprised that a Chinook will hammer. I was with you the first time I watched a big 25-pound Chinook take a little Kokanee cup plug. And
3 years in a row that caught our biggest
Oh
damage.
my gosh!
Yeah.
So
and midday.
real quickly, so
Mm-hmm.
also we're rigging some of these with hoochie skirts and flash and things like that off
Yep.
of beads coming out of that main garage on these. Just more attractability, bigger profile, more whip.
Yep.
There's just there. You know, here's one with a spinner blade. It's basically your imagination.
So many different options. That's
Yeah.
exactly right. Your
Mhm.
imagination's how you like to rig it, how you like to run it. So many different options. Yeah.
Don't be afraid on these minis to run at least 2-aught hooks. At least 2-aught hooks.
Correct. Yeah. Yeah.
It's not going to change or affect the way the lure rotates. And
No, even with Kokanee, I'm running them with 2-aughts.
what's your favorite color on any of these plugs? What's
Don't
your
do
favorite?
this. Don't do
Oh,
this.
well, I
man. You
just-
don't do this.
Before we got to go, what is?
all right,
there's
so
so
I've got
many.
I've got to call out this color because it's named after my daughter, the Illuminator.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah. That's a producer.
That's producer.
I'm kind of partial. I'm a little partial to Mountain Rose. I'm not gonna lie.
I can't
All right.
imagine
I'm a
why.
little partial to Mountain Rose, and we've caught a ton of fish on Mountain Rose, both in original skinny and the mini. So, all right, that's gonna wrap it up here. Nicely done.
Appreciate it.
I think you know your product.
Yeah. Oh, one thing real quick.
Real quick.
Right here. Look at this rigging. This is called a wacky rig. All right. You don't thread it through the top. You just thread it through that hook
Right
rod.
out, it comes out midpoint.
Check it out.
Gotcha.
Check out the action. You're gonna be shocked. It's awesome.
We'll make some video on that.
Yeah.
Jumping out for a quick break. We come back, sit back and enjoy a video. Us at the range, dialing in our muzzle loader with a red dot. And then we're going to take you up in the elk woods as we put up our tree stand with Josh Carlton. This is a good time. After the break, right here at Fish on Northwest.
Living catching fish, not only as a tournament angler, but as a guide as well. Catching fish is important, and Gamakatsu hooks for me, you know, they kind of help take the luck out of fishing a little bit just because they're a high quality hook. Obviously have a really good reputation for being very strong and very sharp. Gamakatsu, I use their products every day in the boat, and, you know, big part of my success.
All Defiance boats are built without any structural wood materials. That is why all boats are backed with a lifetime warranty. All Defiance boats come standard with large fish boxes that are fully insulated so that you can ice your fish properly all day. All Defiance boats are foam flotation filled and unsinkable for the ultimate in safety while fishing offshore. Before you buy any boat, stop by or call Defiance Boats today to ensure you are getting the very best glass boat your money can buy.
If you're looking for the best fishing rods in the world, you really do need to take a look at the Edge rods. I designed and built new machinery, and I think this new machinery has enabled us to build blanks like no other company can build without this equipment. There is no other rods in the world that are as good as these rods. You owe it to yourself to take a good look at them.
New days, new beginnings, new friends, new loves, new dreams, new goals, new scenery, new job. No matter what the next chapter holds, Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate will be there to help you find the new that's right for your lifestyle at any stage of your life. Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate. Expect better.
All right, here we are, Josh. Love it. We're at the range.
Gun
Finally.
range.
Finally. Gonna dial in our rifles. We're getting ready for rifle season. I am going to take opportunity this year. I'm not hunting blacktail initially on the opener. I'm gonna be on the east side with Rusty Hunt over there and going after mule deer. Pretty excited about that. So we're gonna be shooting these here in a little while, but first we're gonna get this taken care of.
Straight out of the box.
Right out of the box. Brand new 50 cal by CVA Optima. It's a V2 50 cal. You're gonna notice we got a red dot scope mounted on this.
Yeah, the state's gonna allow us to hunt with these this year. It's the first year. So less than 1 power red dot. We're gonna see how it goes. There's no reviews on them yet. This is the first year. So we're gonna take it out here, get it dialed in. It's right out of the box.
Get it set up, ready to go.
Yep.
We got about a month to the elk opener, muzzle load season. Actually going to take you later. We're gonna go up in the elk woods. We're gonna put in a tree stand. I'm gonna be shooting my 50 cal on elk season for muzzleloader out of a tree stand. We're gonna draw them in, little soft cow calls, a few things, draw them into this little area that we have access to. 30 acres, not a very big area to cover at all.
It's
Postage
the honey
stamp,
hole.
man. Yeah, right. So we're gonna get them in nice and close. Gonna use the muzzleloader out of a tree stand. That's our plan for this season based on what we learned last year. First and foremost, let's go get this dialed in.
Let's do it.
Okay.
So it would be right after
Grades of those weight.
$2.95.
No.
You'll notice that it gets slowly harder and harder to press down the projectile. Top left, right on the edge of the orange.
Center that up. Starter. So yeah, okay.
I would just mess with the height right now.
6. Left. So we want it to go right.
Dead nuts.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Look at that, Jordan.
So
yeah, that was the
I
right
would
adjustment.
I would leave it.
I would too.
I would leave it.
This will go against the tree for stabilization. Here's our three-section ladder we'll assemble. You can carry that stuff. I just throw all those on my shoulder and throw the other one on your other shoulder, and I'll take the main frame. So we'll come back and get the cable and the securing straps and stuff. First we got to get this up in there.
Let's do it.
It's a pretty good walk, but we'll make it. Here we go. Okay.
So we need to set it up down here.
There. On the knee. Okay. Yeah, that was enjoyable.
This is where they've been walking right here.
Okay.
So we need to be off.
Okay, we made it.
Probably to this side.
I like that tree back over there, tucked away off of this old skidder path. And obviously this trail, they're pretty heavy in here constantly.
This is Highway 99 for elk, right?
So I'm gonna hike back out to the truck.
Okay.
I'm gonna get my backpack and all the securing straps and the cable and everything, and my little handsaw. We're gonna clear some of the branches off of that smaller tree that's in front of our main tree that we're gonna set it up against, and that's gonna clear shooting lanes for you. And I'm gonna leave as much on the top side for concealment, but I think that big fir back there is gonna be your best vantage point. So, all right.
It's good to see you again.
Okay. Got all the straps, I got the cable, because we're gonna lock this thing in place. You just don't know, I mean, you know, who's gonna show up? Anyway.
A Northwest favorite for almost 40 years, Arima boats are manufactured with pride in Bremerton, Washington. All Arima boats are built without any structural wood materials. That is why Arima boats are backed with a lifetime warranty. Arima can offer every boat with Honda outboard packages so that you can take advantage of the reliability and 5-year top-to-prop warranty from your Honda outboard. Call or stop by Arima Boats today and let them help you get into your very next boat.
Yep, for sure. Oh yeah, big fish. Yeah, buddy. Nice fish. Oh, beauty. Gorgeous fish.
Bobby's on the board.
We got a good one.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Oh, geez, come on.
nice fish. Nice fish.
support from Northwest Sportsmen make Federal Ammunition the world's leading ammunition manufacturer. Federal uses the industry's finest materials, giving you reliable ammunition that delivers superb accuracy and optimum performance. Northwest hunters rely on Sportco to provide the best selection and prices in the Northwest since 1985. Sportco and Outdoor Emporium in Fife and Seattle. Your journey begins here.
All right.
It's good to see you again.
Okay. Got all the straps, I got the cable because we're gonna lock this thing in place. You just don't know, I mean, you know, who's gonna show up? Anyway, I'm gonna weight this with this here dude. Throw it up over that branch. Huh? That'll work.
Yeah.
You like that? Walk this one over here. Watch your step. See, here we go. It's really not that heavy. You take that side, take this side. Gotta make sure it just bites into the ground. There you go. Go ahead.
We good?
Yeah, keep going.
All right.
Gonna hit that branch. You know, the one I should have.
Might be a good thing.
Moved out of there. Oh, we're good. Just don't look up.
Don't look up.
Yeah. Tree. There we go. Okay. Got it? There you go. I kind of like that climbing angle. And so if we don't have to go straight up and down, we're better. We can, let me see how much extension I have on these. So that's going to find the central point. Stand on that bottom rung, Josh, and kind of drive that into the ground.
Yeah, I've definitely. Does that help?
A little extra pressure on there. Strap. Yeah, so now that can't slide back and forth, so that's, yeah, I can't get it much more centered. So now I got to go up there and actually strap the main framer on the tree. I'll try this at home.
Would have been cool if you could have left it halfway and then it would have been good, great camouflage.
Yeah, well, that was the original plan, but looked like no matter what, it was going to pretty much be in the way, so. All right. So we just eliminate them. Open up those shooting lanes.
This guy.
That is a pretty good hiding spot.
Yeah, that's a great one.
I mean, are you kidding me? You know,
you can't even see Jordan in his red shirt.
This is a pretty good probability of success. This here is a no-brainer.
This is the best.
Okay, so.
And then what do we got for?
We still got over here, for sure.
It's good.
That's so close, especially for an arrow stick.
This is like last minute. We could probably take this out.
Yeah. Got that one little deflector up on that alder.
Yeah, but
you wouldn't see it when you're focused on your pin.
No, I'm not going to see it at all.
You won't see that thing, right? So that could sneak up on you and get you, and then we'd be talking about, yeah, remember that one? Okay, we should probably get out of here so that they'll get comfortable coming back to your little salt lick here.
We'll let the woods calm down.
As they say.
You know, as my grandpappy used to tell me.
Grandpappy. Let's get out of here.
All
right. Well, there you go. Little day at the range, getting that set up in there.
Yeah, that looks plush in there. That looks like a good little spot.
Again, I kind of mentioned at the start of the show. It's timber. It's a timber company. They got 30 acres there. Little parcel that they have. They're not logging it. It's thick brush, except for that old skidder path.
Yep.
And if you look at the ground, you can see where that trail's worn. And there's about 4 or 5 different points that they come in on camera, both deer and elk as of late. And they come in and out of there, and it's just it can be very busy on some days.
Yeah.
And so got a salt lick in there, threw down a couple apples just to pique some interest, and we'll see what hangs out.
So I can expect some backstrap pretty quickly.
That's right. And
Well,
tenderloins.
we got to seal the deal. Still got to seal the deal. Got to shoot
Yeah.
straight.
Negotiable.
All right, jumping out for a quick break. We're going to come back, wrap it up, and close out the show.
Defiance Marine is the one-stop shop for the Pacific Northwest angler. Defiance Marine guarantees the best price on a new and best service on a repower for your current boat. Defiance Marine is a Honda Premier dealership and one of the largest on the West Coast. Defiance Marine is a boat dealer who proudly sells Defiance, Allied, and Arima boats. All boats are built by West Coast fishermen for West Coast fishermen. Defiance Marine has all your boating needs to help you get out on the water.
If you're looking for the best fishing rods in the world, you really do need to take a look at the Edge rods. I designed and built new machinery, and I think this new machinery has enabled us to build blanks like no other company can build without this equipment. There is no other rods in the world that are as good as these rods. You owe it to yourself to take a good look at them.
For more than 90 years, you've entrusted one brand to guide you towards living the lifestyle you've always dreamed of. Now you can entrust affiliated Better Homes and Gardens real estate professionals to interpret your needs and help you find the home in which to live your dreams through every stage of your home buying or selling process. And through every stage of your life, there's Better Homes and Gardens real estate. Expect better.
All right, welcome back to the program here. I want to thank Scott Kaul for joining us in studio here today, buddy.
Love what you've done with the plate.
Yeah, well, dressed it up a little bit.
Oh,
you know,
yeah. No,
made
it's
it
really
look
nice.
representable. So,
Love
yeah, we got to get you in here more often, and or actually more time out on the water. So that would work as well.
Both.
Fantastic. Yes. Also want to thank Rusty Hunt for joining us earlier in the program. And hey, reminding you all, if it's the first time you're joining us here, be sure to take some time, jump on over to our webpage, www.fishuntnw.com. They're going to find a lot of insightful information, DIYs, lots of blogs and videos, links you to all our social media platforms, which you can then simply go and like, share, and follow, do all those clicks and help support everything we have going on here at Fish Hunt Northwest. So, Tommy, you're heading to the ocean.
I am.
This
3 days of
weekend.
tuna fishing.
Oh, my
friend.
gosh. And
so jealous.
I hope to get out next week. The boat is near. Can I say that? The boat is near.
The boat is near.
The electronics are being shipped, and I think we're getting very close. I've been talking about this since May, trying to get that 23-foot Allied out of the barn and on the water. We're going to have a little break-in period, but I think we're going to be in plenty of time for the Grays Harbor Coho. 2 fish limit. It opens Monday, September 16th.
Yeah.
2 fish limit, hatchery or wild all the way through November.
Yeah.
Great opportunity. So the weather is conducive to getting out and getting something done. Get on some water somewhere, get some fishing done, go scout your areas, get ready for your hunts. Have a great week. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back here next time. Fish Hunt Northwest.